Welcome to K2N Academy. Are you ready to transform your data into stunning visuals that truly stand out? In this video, our cloud expert will guide you through the various charts and layouts to make your reports both clear and professional. You will learn how to choose the perfect chart for your data like pie charts, maps, waterfall charts, and etc. Our expert will also share tips on customizing colors, adding data labels, and using filters to make your charts easy to understand. Plus, they will explain how to organize your report across multiple pages. So, stick around and discover how simple it is to elevate your data presentation. So, let's get started.
So now you just need to understand that when you are going to work with the layouts like this one, or when you are going to deal with the layouts like this one, you can easily be able to like work with your multiple projects, multiple operations which are initially be provided to them for your work purpose as well. So the thing is that choosing a effective visualization is always be the key to get yourself uh, presented your or to get the insights which can be helpful for you to represent your data, to represent your resources, to represent your processes as well. So you do have different type of visualizations, different type of layouts as well, because see, please understand, not every layout can fit for same for multiple scenarios. There may be a possibility that the layout that we are expecting to be captured, this layout may be from a different scenario, so it may be appeared from a different scenarios as well. And when this is the case, that's where things becomes more challenging. Not only challenging, I cannot say challenging exactly, but that become things becomes little bit complex as well. I need to get it resolved for this. And for getting this resolution, I would prefer to use my visualizations, or I would prefer to use different visuals which can be helpful for me to perform this particular task. And according to your requirement, you are going to select your visuals. So you all already seen now that how we will be able to add visualizations to the report, because we are already doing it from the past few demonstrations, if you all remember. And every page we will be using different type of, or okay, we may be using not different, maybe same type of visualization, but you will be able to modify as per your requirement. You will be able to change as per your requirement. Like look at this one. This is about the territory one, right? And if I want to show this territory value, I can also be able to present them in a map format. I just need to place the correct visualization to represent this particular data, and then I'm good to go with my visualization part as well. And then I can show them that this is how it's going to look like when I'm going to work with my data operations. Now, there may be a possibility that you may require to represent some other resources, like if you want to go for the sales amount by the group, maybe, or something like that. At this point of time, also, this is one option, or you can use something like a donut or maybe a pie chart, which is going to fulfill your task over there. And a minor filter is going to make a big change over there. As simple as it is, right? You will be able to see. So the thing is that you just need to place the right visual for right task, right? And of course, for the right implementation as well. Now, if you can see there, uh, this is the default blue color, but I actually prefer to use a red color for that because it gives you a very nice and clean visualization. And then just enable the data labels so that you will be able to find out the data on each and every labels that you will be able to use if you want to represent your data. Apart from that, we have other type of visualizations as well. Like if I will head back to my page number 2, and let me see what I have. So this is what we can call as the waterfall chart. These are mostly, or these are very effectively be used for the purpose of, specifically it is used for the purpose of representing or showing the running total initially. So for that purpose, we will be able to use this waterfall chart as well. Okay, now if you can see, I am using this Europeans. Okay, just go there. Total sales in 2020 by color. Well, I want to use it in a different manner. I will keep it here. All good. But this time I'm going to change it to a Pareto chart. This is what we can get Pareto chart. You can also call them line and clustered column chart or a stacked column chart. You can see that there is no difference which appears over here. But now the thing is that when you will go to my fact internet sales, and from this measure, as soon as, and let's do one thing from this measure, as soon as you will pull total quantity, just drag it and drop it to line axis. Your report is going to be represented for that. The reason that why this total quantity is represented for the other tables as well, because we do have the other tables with me. So let's make it more readable. Okay. Now this is a much better way of reading this particular part when you want to go with. This is what we can call the Pareto chart or a line and column chart that you will be able to use right here. All right. Now look at this particular part right now. I want to go for the yearly sales data, right? So I can actually have a very nice and clean chart. We call it as a ribbon chart. They are known as your ribbon chart. Ribbon chart are the most interesting way of presenting your data with, of course, with a very nice and clean colors for the filters point of view. Like for example, I'm going to hit my sales territory, and then I would like to analyze this data on the basis of territory groups and see how the data has been transformed. Now I can see here, I know that this complete orange line is for Europe. This complete blue is for Pacific, Europe, and this is for the North America. And if you want to make any changes to these ribbons or whatever the ribbons that you will be using, these guys are using different type of layouts. They are using colors as well, and then they are applying the series as well. Here is the layout. If they have space or anything you would like to set up, trust me, you will be able to set up in a very effective manner. Same with your columns implementations. If you will go for the columns and the other layouts, you will be able to use them accordingly. Under this general also, you do have the effects operations where you can go for the other options that are required to be presented to you. And many other properties are there. Like if you will start looking at these properties, you will find lots of different options which are initially be there, which you think is required for just representing your resources. Like I'm using a y-axis here. So for y-axis also, I do have some values, and those values have some positions related to it. So the thing is that you just need to select the appropriate alignment of your, or you just need to select appropriate resource related to it. And then after that, you will be able to show your data. You will be able to present your data, and you will be able to represent your resources related to it as well, right? So they have the different type of series colors. If they will go like this, you can set it up accordingly, right? But there may be a possibility they may not allow you to make any further or any changes related to it. They maybe use the best possible color operations which are initially be there. But we'll try that. We'll see that if we will be able to do any other modifications to it. For the time being, this is how I will be able to represent my ribbon chart. This is also one of the visual that you all will be able to use to represent your data. If I will take you to this page 3, just leave this page 3. Okay. Here we have lots of other sort of formats you can be able to see right here. As you can see, I got this format for, uh, this is, I guess, for the sales, or you can say the fact internet sales, or you can say the which measure we are using, total sales and so on. Well, let's do some changes to it. First of all, think about a case here. I'm going to remove this year and everything and date from here. I don't want that. Apart from that, I would like to prefer, or I would like to use the dim product. And from that, I'm going to use the English product name. Now, you know, what is the challenge here? Now, this is one part, okay? And you may have a list of multiple records which are initially be there. There is a way through which you will be able to show these operations as well, show these values. We call them the scatter chart. Scatter chart is one of the chart which you all will be able to use to represent the data in this manner, so that if you have multiple values and then you want to capture some data on the basis of those multiple values, you are good to go with that particular part. So if you want to go with that part as well, you need to fill out few more information. Like for example, for the y-axis, let's go for the quantity kind of operations. Okay, let's go to your fact internet sales and then go for the total quantity. I'm just going to place it here. So can you see it has been changed now? Fine. I would like to add the legends. Legends, I would actually going to use the territory, dim sales territory, because they have the best ever legends or smallest legends we uh, ever have that you can have, or you can go for the date. You can use month, day, year, quarter. Year, I am not planning to use because I'm going to show you a different approach to do that. From here, I would like to use my group. So group will take, they have consist of now, the dots are converted into three different colors: orange, light blue, and then dark blue. These are the three different colors that in this you can see your dots. And not only this, I would prefer to increase the size of these dots. I want to increase the size of these dots with the help of my, okay, let's go with the sales amount, right? Just hit this and then click the size. So now it is going to increase the size of your balls over there, right? And then finally, you can see these visualizations, these processes, and then I would like to see this data on monthly basis. So I will go to date, drag and drop a month, and I will click it into the play axis. Now, if you can see, as soon as I have added my play axis, I got one play visual button over there, correct? I have got my play visual button over there. And then if you want to set up the markers, you can set up the markers. But let's forget about it. Don't set up the markers. Category labels you can add if you would like to add, or if you are interested in adding to it. But again, let's leave it. No need. Okay, let's leave it. Now, the thing is how I'm going to present this data, how I'm going to show this data, because I know this data is pretty much mixed and matched, right? When you will click on this play button, see, so you get January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and you can pause it to the November data. Let's do one thing. I think I should do some changes to it because there is lots of other informations which is there. English product name is pretty much high, but because it will not give you the very clear output for the time being. So let me go to the product category and let me place it up. Much better approach, correct? It is much better approach for you to represent, right? Because we have only two or three categories over there. So one category, the one in the orange, is basically your clothing category. The one in the blue, okay, this is for clothing for Pacific. This is clothing for Europe, and this is clothing for North America. Same here, bikes, 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 and so on. So three categories are there. I think this is also not a good option for us to go with. So what about the subcategories? I think this may have some more values to it. Yes, yes, it does have some values to them. And accordingly, these guys have the entries for that particular part. So currently we have these three visuals. Right now, let's analyze it. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July. I have stopped it. Now I will put my cursor to these blues. So mountain bikes, touring bikes, road bikes. Best way to present it, just add a category label. So look at this: mountain bike, touring bike, again touring bikes for the other country as well, and so on. Bottles and gauges or hedges, sorry, cages, helmets, jerseys, and there are many other options you will be able to see right here, right? But this is a way through which you will be able to analyze on data. Jan, Feb, March. This is the March wise sales. Just go there. On the road bikes have a different sales. Tires have a different sales. They all have a different sales, as you can see right now. Okay. And then I have just added my size to it because for increasing the size, I have applied my sales amount as well, which is a general column which I will be using. But actually the thing is that I have not applied any formatting to it. So let me do the formatting. Okay, all good so far. So now whenever you will put your cursor to any of these particular visuals, what you can find out here is that it is showing me the category, subcategory name, the territory name, the sales, the quantity which has been ordered. Forget about the sum of sales amount. This was nothing. This was just the size. And this is for the month of December, which means I will be able to analyze in an animated way as well. And then I can show the data, the value, the informations accordingly. And this is what we can call the scatter chart. This is what we can call the scatter chart as well. Apart from that, we have other very useful charts which we will be able to use in our projects or maybe in the program as well. Like one of the chart you can have is what we can call the card. So it's a card chart. So suppose if I'm just going to, and a card only consists of one single value initially, right? So suppose I'm going to use a card. This card only consists of some data. Fine. It only consists of some data. Suppose I would like to show the sales data. So you can see the sales data here, right? Apart from that, when you will go to these properties over there, you have the multiple layouts like a single row cards, single column cards, grid based cards, how you would like to perform it, right? How you would like to present it. You can be able to see right here. These are the styles. Two styles are there, table wise or then card wise. So if you will go with table wise, this is how they are going to present this tables accordingly. But right now we don't have enough values with us. Okay. And it will show you maximum three cards. Now, suppose you want to show, say, let me try this up, adding more informations to it. Like, for example, let's see, am I able to add last day quantity? Yes, I can do that. So now you can see it is just presenting you as an family where you will be able to add these cards. Previously, let me tell you, previously we also have a common card, but this card only consists of one single value at a time, right? Apart from that, you do have the cards new. This is they have new slicers now. Slicers I will discuss in the upcoming topics. Okay. For the time being, you can see that now you will be able to show some very nice and clean approach. Like suppose you don't want to give this uh, last the quantity. You only want to go for the total quantity. Like what will be the total quantity for the specific region as well. And then when I will play this information, right, they may not be giving you much of an impact over there, right? They are just giving you, like, you just need to apply the filter, and accordingly they are going to show the resources. So suppose I'm going to hit 2021. Okay, maybe it is not showing me the quarterly data or something like that because it is just a filter. Okay, okay, just remove this one, please. 96. Okay, that's strange. It is not giving me as such any changed value when I'm just trying to work with my sales data and I'm using this total quantity and then total sales, even though if I'm going to apply for a filter. So there may be a possibility that may not be giving you the appropriate. Look at this now. Total sales was 302, and I think it was for the North American region. And if I put my cursor here, so for the North America road bikes, they are now showing you the outcome over here. They only need to show the respective data and then they are good to go. You will be able to see all these changes towards this data associated with it. Okay, fine. So here is we have with the total sales that we can be able to see right now 7.12 million because it is for the year 2019. Most probably this may be one of the reason that it is giving you the filtered data for us. Okay. If you will just go and hit the other options which is there. So maybe it is not giving you much of an impact over there, but yeah, that's the place where you will be able to set up your quantities. And then accordingly, according to your selections, this is going to change your values and change your data and so on. On the other side, if you are going to use that simple card that we have, I think this simple card is a much better way if you want to show these values individually. So now here, suppose if I'm going to hit with my total sales, this time it is going to give me 7.12 million again. That's okay if it is going to give me the, because anything can be the reason for that. Okay, 7.12. And this is going to be my total quantity. Some quantity has been captured over there. Fine. And then accordingly, whatever the changes you guys are going to do, the value is going to be reflect you that with that particular part. So this is the correct data for us, total sales and so on. You will be able to show these informations to it. So this was just another way of presenting your resources, presenting your data. If you are just going to work with all this data, and currently you can see that I have added all the respective years, right? Because it was on the visual only. So now when I click on it, same here, if you can see, because when I have applied the filter, that filter was actually applied on almost every particular resources which were there. So now you just need to hit and you will be able to see the result, and or you will be able to place them together on this card new column. So this is just a way through which you all will be able to show some static data. Look at this. Now I will add two card. One card will be my total sales again, which will show you 29.36. And second card is going to be my total quantity, which will show you somewhere around 60K. And accordingly, do the changes, and then you can be able to see the data accordingly, filter and everything. So this was just another type of visual you all will be able to utilize for again presenting your data. Okay, fine. Now, sometimes what happened is sometimes we may require to use some, what I can say, maybe some custom visuals. I would like to use some visuals which may not present in this area, but we will be able to use it in a customized manner. Actually, Power BI have a huge set of customized visuals that can be used in our projects. So for example, if I will, so for this, you need to click on this get more visuals, click on this get more visuals button. And under this, what you would like to present. So for example, I am just planning to look for a sunburst visual. You can consider it as an uh, donut hierarchy kind of options, which is there. And then you just need to add it. Now here is the visual which has been added to it. If you want to keep it permanent, you need to right click on it and you need to pin it to the visualization pane. So what is going to be happen next time when you will open your Power BI, this visual will be available over there. So what this visual is all about? This visual is generally used to work with some hierarchical orders or hierarchy operations, which is very frequently used to present your data in a hierarchical manner. So for example, uh, I would like to hit this again, fact internet sales. Suppose that I'm going to use this total sales again. Okay. Here is the data for the total sales. And this total sales needs to be captured on the basis of my territory. So this is how your visualization is going to be presented to you. As you can see right now, hit the visual, go to general, check for the title, taxes or effects if we can be able to do anything on that. Properties, positioning, patterning, advanced option, text, header icons. Okay, we don't have as such any header icon, so you can set it up according to your page as well, right? Icon will be this for the visual. Let me check the group. Yeah, look at this. Under this group, if you will go, is that you they have given you a complete group related details. So please try to use something which will be more readable for us. Means maybe we will be prefer to use the lightweight sorry, light color uh, options which are initially be there for the group, so that we will be able to represent all these resources and all these data and all these informations to it. So for example, for the Europe only, I'm going to use the light shades. Let's hit the light shades only. Okay, for the North America, let's hit the much better. And for the Pacific, we are okay with that. Okay, now look at this. how your data is represented. Actually, here we will use the concept of your drilling, right? Here we will use the concept of your drilling. If you want to drill towards your data, actually you will be able to perform that part right here. So now suppose I would like to show the Canadian data. I will hit this Canadian data, and at the end in the middle, it will show you the Canada 6.74%. If I will just go on different regions, which is there, right? So it is 38.72% of this. For the Pacific, 30.86% of the sales percentage. Actually, they are only give you the value in a percentage manner. They never ever give you the value in a number kind of thing. It is giving you the value in a purchase manner, that how you would like to present there. And that is what basically happens here when you will go for the groups again, and if you will scroll down, and maybe you would like to add some legends or something, because if you will go for the general have some multiple icons with them, right? And then accordingly visual warning and all, and then smart narrative, and then filter. These all are the different options that you can easily be able to look into this when you are going to work with these data. So if you want to apply any sort of background to these particular resources, you are good to go with that part as well, right? Let's just give a look. Like if I will, by any chance, if I'm gonna change to this any of these respective operations, but let's leave it. I'm not planning to do that because there is no point of making things unreadable or non-readable for us. So this was just a way through which you will be able. So for example, if I will only select Germany, so Germany got 9.86. If I will only go on France, France have the 9.01 of the sales that we are expecting to be there. You just need to click on this particular part right here. So it is showing you some amount as well. And this amount is nothing. It is just the sales that we have selected right here for representing the data, right? For representing the data. And these guys are using it with the decimal points or something like that. Same with your UK. You can get it 11.55% of the UK. And then when you will hit this whole Europe, you can get this whole Europe as well. This is how you will be able to use this concept of your sunburst chart. It's a very nice and clean way of representing your data. Of course, if you want to present in the hierarchical manner, if you would like to show them, you are good to go with that, and then you will be able to show those resources accordingly. And then when the values is going to change, accordingly, these values are also going to be affected with that for the year-wise data and for the other data that we will be following, or that we will be going to cover that. So if I can see here, I think this is for the Pacific. Some changes have occurred, and then they will be able to showing you those respective changes to it as well. So this is just a way through which you all will be able to understand that how we will be able to represent our resources. We just need to apply one quick filter here, and then we are good to go with our next available option, which is there. So this was just another a very important example that you all must know about. All right. Next is about you can actually be able to format and configure your visualizations. We have already did it, and we are already doing it from past few visualizations, correct? You just need to hit this one, click on this, and click on this visual mode. Format your visual mode. And this format.visual mode, you have a group. You will be able to make necessary modifications that are required to be done. You want to add a legend, you can add legend to it. I am not interested in adding the legend or anything to it, because when you will go inside that, expand it, you can see the colors and then pointers and so on. And suppose if you want to change it to white color or something like that, so only the legend text has been changed to white and all, which is not a good idea. So you can just keep it like that. You can give the positioning to it, bottom, left, right, top, center, left, center, wherever you would like to pull, you will be able to put this up accordingly. All okay. So now next thing is about is your basic interaction. We can use interactions to change how visuals impact each other. I mean, we can use hierarchies to drill down for additional relevant content as well, right? And then with the help of that, we can shift to the next level. So I have this fiscal have year have quarter have month. So I'm actually be able to apply the same on my visualization or on my page as well, where I will definitely be able to represent or present my data if I would like to do that. There is already a drilling down approach is there that you will be going to use right now, right? And suppose if you will go to this 2020, This is the quarterly data for every particular quarter. If you would like to interact, go inside the quarter, get your monthly data, and go inside the month, get your daily data. Means you will be able to get lots of other information and lots of other resources which you are actually planning to present when you want to present this data as well. This is what we can call the basic interaction. And then with this interaction is going to affect each and every visuals that are there on your page as well, like this one. Okay, now the next part which I'm going to discuss, it's very interesting and very important as well. We call it conditional formatting. Sometimes what happens, sometimes suppose I have some data and I would like to present this data with the conditional formatting. I would like to show that on the basis of conditions, the values needs to be changed. So when you will get situations like this, that's where you can use the conditional formatting. So let me show you one example on that. And for this example, I'm going to take a simple table and I'm going to capture this complete page, or maybe at least half of it, at least half of it. Okay. You might be wondering what we will be doing here. Well, let's see what we will be doing here. From the sales territory, I'm going to go and select the sales territory region. So it will list me the sales territory region. And from here, I'm going to hit this total sales. So here is my total sales. Now let's do some formatting. Okay. Let's go to the visual. Go to your values. No, first go to the header, column header. They're using SIGOT, UI, something, something, whatever we have. Let's change it to Georgia. And the size of this going to be almost 20. Okay, let's keep it to 25. Hmm. What about 30? No, no. 29, better. Okay. And then I'm going to change my text color to white and background color to black, so that it is how it is going to show you the data. Now I did this, correct? Now what I'm going to do next is I will go to my values, same Georgia, but I would like to keep it, say, 25, better, or maybe 28. I know I may need to scroll a bit right for this. So let's do the adjustment again. Column headers. 25 is fine over here. So I guess for the value 24 is okay. 28 is too big. Perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better now, right? It is much better now in comparison to what I was expecting over there. And let's do some very minor modifications for this visual. First of all, please rename this to region. So the arrangement will be pretty much handy for us. Rename for this visual. Perfect. It's pretty much perfect here. So once it is perfect with us, now if you want to do a quick alignment for the column headers, let me see. Let's keep it to center. Fine. Now I want to, I think this time I can take a risk like that. Same with your values. Better, much better, I guess. Yeah. So now how I would like to use this value for the conditional formatting. Trust me, it's very easy and it is very interesting to work with these sort of approach as well. It's just you need to do some clicks and then the conditional will be format. So you need to right click on the sales or click on this drop down to sales. There is an option here for conditional formatting. Now, what you would like to apply for your formatting? You want to go for a background color, or you want to go for a font color, you want to go for the data bars, you want to use the icons, what you are planning to work with. Well, in my case, I would love to go for the font color. And under this font color, I have this gradient color, as you can see right now, and I'm just going to hit with the values only. Now what I will do is I will go there and then I'm going to select red on the top, green for the good values. I can say that a little bit go to the little bit darker side. Okay. And finally, I can go for the bit of amber. You call it. You call it what, amber? So I'm using amber. Perfect. And then I'm just going to click OK and done. See, they did the task of visualizing and then doing the conditional formatting for us. Or if you are not okay with that, let's remove this one. Let's try it with the background and let's see how background is going to affect this particular approach. Okay. So conditional background will do the same changes. Red, green for the bigger values. And I'm going to add a middle with an amber. Amber means orange. So now they are going to set up the background for you. So you can see 1961, this is the green because this one is the highest value and the others are the, according to the values, they are actually got modified. They are actually got formatted. This is the best ever example you guys have for the conditional formatting or simple example for conditional formatting, which you will be able to pull by using just few clicks only. Suppose I'm just going to remove this form for the time being. Go to sales, conditional, and I will go for the background color. But you should be well versed with the values actually. Format style will be gradients. But here I would like to apply a rule or maybe a field value. Rules is just another option you can have. You need to provide the column first of all. Now you can mention. Let's see. Okay, if the value is greater than 0 number and value is less than, let's keep it to what? Actually, it's very difficult to get the calculative values. Let's keep it to say 12,200. So let's go for the 13,000. Then all the values which are there inside that will be shown me as a red color. Now click on a new rule over there. If the value is greater than 13,000, okay, number, and if the value is less than, let's go for 1977,844. So 19, or let's give it to, and this should be in maybe this color. With the new rule, I can simply go and type not equals to, will use the greater than. Okay. So here is the number. And the last value I'm going to put, maybe it will be 3649. So let's keep it for 36. If you want to keep it to specific, so 49,867. And it should be in the orange background. And then if the value is above this and the value is less than, there is one more value here. Like suppose if you would like to remove the existing formatting here, and then I would like to go for the, again with this background color, we have something known as your field values. So what field values should be based on? So total sales. Okay, sorry. It may not take the measures. So you need to look for the, I don't know why it is not taking it here. but technically it should show me that this is just for the summarization actually. So you can also be able to select for the values and totals. So first or maybe the last, I should say first, and then click. Let's see what it does. There is no as such any uh, changes which has been occurred to this according to the whatever the field values which has been selected. So the thing is that may be a possibility that this might not be a quick approach for the, or it is not showing you the respective records, but you do have the gradient and rules, so you can use them for your presentation of your data. So again, let's hit this total sales, keep it to values only, and just place it up. So this is just one more operation. So go there, hit this green, go to green, want to shift a little bit up, go there, then done. So it's just about how you would like to place your data or how you would like to present your data. That is just another options that you all must know.
Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the video. Now all you have to do is just click the link in the description below, which is k21academy.com/pl300002, and you will be redirected to page like this. Now enter your name, enter email ID, enter phone number, and then click on save my seat. Then you will be taken to a thank you page. Now you can add this session to Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, and I promise this is something that you don't want to miss. So go ahead, click on the link and step into the world where learning knows no boundaries. Till then, keep enjoying. I'll see you in the next video.